Da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-da. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with a Pokemon sales data video, and there is a lot to go over today. All right, so from base set, we have Alakazam First Edition PSA 10, so for $10,400. Going off most of these are PWCC auctions. A Charizard First Edition BGS 9.5. How it got this? Oh, I'm sorry, it was a 9, but how it got this 9 grade was 9.5 for the corners, 8.5 for the edges, and 10 for everything else. And there was a scratch on the case as well. This got $41,206. That, which I think was a lesser quality Charizard than the other first edition BGS 9 Charizard that did not have a subgrade underneath a 9. And it even had a centering at 9.5. Sold for $26,500. Now, the other one, maybe the edges weren't important to them. Maybe the surface was most important, where this BGS 9 only got a 9 on the surface, but that one that sold for 41 got a 10 on the surface. Now, maybe that is something that is important. For me, yes, surface is important. I don't really care about centering. But to have an 8.5 for the edges, and the edges look like 8 to 8.5. Yeah, so I wouldn't have bought that. I would have gladly bought the other one, but the staggering difference, BGS 9, just because of the subgrades. That's why subgrades is so important. We did have a BGS 9.5, though, and that one had 9 for the centering, and that sold for $57,789. Something that I did want to talk about is that, yes, I paid $60,000 for a BGS 9, and I see another BGS 9 coming for less than half of that. I don't. That's just the market. The market will do that. It'll go up and down, but in the long scheme of things, in the long game, doesn't really matter. I had somebody said, I don't know if it was a comment on YouTube or there was a comment on Facebook saying that, I actually don't think Charizard anything under a Charizard First Edition PSA 10 will probably never go over $100,000. I was like, I will bet you right now, the entirety of my net worth, that is bullshit. I would not have spent $60,000 on a BGS 9 Charizard if I didn't think it would go over $100,000 eventually. Like that's just idiotic. That is just. So again, a lot of people don't understand markets, and that this just happens sometimes. Same thing like if I bought Tesla, let's say 500 goes down to 300. I don't care. I don't care what it does in the short term, unless I sell it at this price and lock in my losses, which is the most idiotic thing to do. No, just let it ride. Let it run. Venusaur. We have 3 of them. All first edition PSA 9s. 4810, 510. I'm sorry. 5010 and 4399. Those were all Venusaurs. From Fossil, we have 2 Aerodactyls, both first edition PSA 10. One sold for 1,000. One sold for 1025. 2 Dittos. These are all first edition PSA 10. 2 Dittos got 810 and 800. 2 Haunters got 610 and 620. Hitmonlee got 800. Kabutops got 885. 2 Moltres. One got 1375. The other got 1325. And Flareon got 2025. So that is a nice thing there for the Fossil. Promos. A couple of these. Ancient Mew, number 2, PSA 10, so for 405. Honestly, the Ancient Mews, I cannot tell the difference between the 2 and the 1, the Nintendo error. I'm just so stupid with those. Something in my brain. A Tropical Mega Battle, PSA 5, so for $10,125. Something that SM Pratt went over the other day is that a lot of these box breaks, you're gonna see increased populations in Jungle, Fossil, base set. I doubt a lot of them will be 10s. Very, very few of them will be 10s. They're all hard to grade. But that's where the pop is going to increase. It's not going to increase in promos. There aren't boxes of promos. Tropical Mega Battle, especially Masaki Gengar, PSA 7, so for $610. Those are so hard to grade. Black Star Mew, PSA 10, so for $1,075. Black Star Eevee, so for $7,119. That was the Black Star promo Eevee, the Hollow. And then a Japanese Summer Battle Road from 2005, the Mew Victory Orb, PSA 10, $60,000. Trophy card. Trophy cards are just, they're going to stay. I have my business partner telling me, like, listen, you can get that one Poke card. He doesn't really understand Pokemon. Like, for 200,000, you paid 80 for it. Pay that, get that, buy a little bit of Tesla, and then put two into other smaller Pokemon cards. And to his credit, locking in, 100 and 150% profit in 4 or 5, 6 months is not a bad thing to do. But the cheapest on eBay, actually, you know what? We're gonna go through this right now. We're gonna go through this on eBay right now. Oh, also, speaking of promos, I sold a Balloon Pikachu from 1997, the Coro Comics one, PSA 10. I did not want to sell this. I had to. There's only 20 PSA 10s in the world. I had to. I sold one a while ago, and I sold this one for. He didn't pay yet. It was $2,000. I just did not. I had to do it. I have to pay off this Trophy Kangaskhan. So right now, there are 3 PSA 10 Trophy Kangaskhan's on eBay right now. So the supply is there. People want this card, one of the most coveted cards, and people want it. But it's just the people right now aren't willing to pay, $1/3 of $1,350,000 and $500,000 for it. I have no idea why this is there. That's weird. And then you have one that's probably grade like a 8, maybe 7. I don't know what this is a grade for. I didn't really take a good look at it. But you have these cards that the only reason why I think the prices are this low, because the past couple years, SM Pratt's had, not this one, he sold his other one, but that one, there's always been a Trophy Kangaskhan on here for years. At least to my knowledge, since 2018, could be before then. This supply will dry up eventually. Mr. Beast had a thing on his YouTube channel that says, like, you have 1 minute to spend $1 million. I immediately would go right here. That's what I would do. First, I could buy SM Pratt's, then I buy the second. Actually, yeah, no, I couldn't do all of them. What I would probably do, if I thought about now, I would buy the 2 lower ones, the 350 and the 336. So this way, the cheapest one on there is 500,000. But then, no, I mean, if I bought the other 2, the 500 and the 350 and that 330, because that 336, there's only one picture, just of the front. So I would probably buy the top 2, the 350 and the 500, leave that down there, and then that person would raise their price, obviously. But that's what I would buy, because once these are gone, like, there's not, like, there's a chance that somebody finds in their house that their, brother or dad or whatever had a bunch of Pokemon cards. Like, they had a bunch of WotC boxes, first edition. You're not going to find that with Trophy Kangaskhan. There's so few out there. It's just, and with all trophies, they're just not out there. They're made once, and that's it. And if someone offered me 300 grand right now, before these all went up to 350, and someone had theirs for 257, so 350, no. Someone offers me 350 now. Problem is, I probably should, because I'm very, very cash poor right now, but I just won't do it. Again, I won't be able to get that card again. Moving on past that, Jungle. Clefable, all first edition PSA 10. Clefable, $3,030. Hell of a haircut. That was at like $5,000 at one point. Flareon sold for $2,280. Jolteon sold for $2,716. Victory Bell sold for $1,230. Nidoqueen, a card I think is very underrated for the first holo ever for Nidoqueen, $10.26. I don't think we get another holo Nidoqueen until Aquapolis. Vileplume, $8.39. Wigglytuff, $17.33. Wow, Wigglytuff. You go, Wigglytuff. You go, Glen Coco. Now, first edition PSA 9s. They're all Kangaskhan. $285, $290, $272, and $272. So Trophy Kangaskhan, not Trophy Kangaskhan, normal Kangaskhan. Moving on there. Gym Challenge. Blaine's Charizard, first edition PSA 9, $2,025. Blaine's Charizard, first edition PSA 10, $9,366. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh God, I got to change my price, because my price was $8,500 or best offer. So I changed my price, $9,500 or best offer. And then another Blaine's Charizard, first edition PSA 10, $8,700 sold. So that's, yeah. As soon as that one sold, the $8,700 sold right behind it. But you could, honestly, if you offer like, if you offer $8,500, probably accept. And again, the last two that sold, 9366, 8700. You offer me 8500 right now, I will probably accept, unless other sales come in, because I don't have to. Because Koga, these are all first edition PSA 10. So Koga 610, Sabrina 610, Sabrina's Gengar 430, and Giovanni's Pinsir 128. Ah, my eye. I don't know what happened. Okay, sorry. Gym Heroes. Blaine's Moltres, first edition PSA 9, sold for $535. Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz, first edition PSA 10, sold for $411. Misty Seadra, first edition PSA 10, $474. My God. Ampharos, first edition PSA 10, sold for $821. Lugia, first edition PSA 8, sold for $2425. Lugia first edition PSA 9, sold for $7,400. Ugh. So Lugia first edition PSA 8 selling about 1/3 of what the 9 is. Interesting. Steelix PSA 10 sold for $490. T17 PSA 8 sold for $1425. And another Lugia first edition PSA 8 sold for $2175. Sorry, I've been talking all day. My mouth hurts. Dark Charizard first edition PSA 9. There's 3 of them. $1250, $1275, $1282. Dark Charizard PSA 10 sold for $5,700. Dark Gyarados first edition PSA 10 sold for $776. Celebi first edition PSA 10 from Neo Rev, $1675, and 2 Shining Gyaradoses, for both first edition PSA 9. One sold for $1769, and mine sold for $1,900. Nice. Neo Destiny, Shining Charizard, first edition PSA 9, $6,600. Aquapolis, these are all PSA 10. Nidoking, $2,600. I love that card so freaking much. So beautiful. Such good artwork. So undervalued. Blissey, $470. Electrode, $345. And Magneton, $330. God, there's a hollow Magneton, like all these sets. Skyridge, Charizard Reverse Hollow, $56.50. And Charizard Gold Star, PSA 6, sold for $11.25. We're going to have part 2 of this tomorrow. Stay tuned for the Earth 2 update videos and Tesla update videos. I love you all. Class dismissed. Meow.